From the Detroit Free Press, it's Monday, June 28th. Here are today's top stories, presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Bush's has over 4,000 Michigan products, including the freshest fruit and vegetables, meat, seafood, and baked goods. Stop by one of Bush's 16 locations for the personal service you expect from your neighborhood grocer.
This is Lily Altavina for the Detroit Free Press. School board meetings across the state have erupted into shouting matches and arguments over 3 words: critical race theory. Critical race theory is a legal framework dating back to the 1970s that examines racism's hold in many areas of society, looking at racism from a systemic perspective rather than through an individual lens. Parents have flooded school board meetings to condemn critical race theory in the classroom because they worry teaching students about systemic racism will make white students feel bad about themselves. But education leaders and academics say that is a fundamental misunderstanding of critical race theory, and that the complex legal framework is not actually being taught in schools. Instead, over the past year, critical race theory has become conflated with school equity programs, meant to close opportunity gaps between students of color and white students, addressing disparities like disproportionate discipline rates. And students of color have said these programs are necessary to help halt practices that have targeted them based off their race and upended their lives as public school students. To learn more, head to freep.com.
I'm Susan Tompor, and I'm a columnist with the Detroit Free Press. The pandemic drove more consumers and businesses away from using cash. More people ordered everything from groceries to furniture online. Many people even deposited their stimulus checks into digital wallets. Using a peer-to-peer financial app is convenient, but there's nothing more inconvenient than not having access to your money, losing your money, or being locked out of your account. Complaints involving payment apps are skyrocketing this year. In April alone, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau received 970 complaints from consumers. That's almost double the previous peak in July 2020. From January through April, the Consumer Watchdog Agency received more than 2,700 complaints involving digital wallets. That's up significantly from 630 in the same period last year, according to U.S. PIRG. Consumers reported 3 top trouble spots: managing, opening, or closing accounts, getting hit by fraud or scams, and discovering unauthorized transactions or other problems. Best bet, don't try to keep too much money in such accounts or link a peer-to-peer app to a bank account with a large amount of money in it. Also, be very wary of scams that try to get you to send them money via Venmo.
This is Chanel Stitt from the Detroit Free Press. Metro Detroit bra stores have seen 2 spikes in sales that have happened over the last year. The first one was an increase in lingerie sales during the pandemic. Since last year, lingerie sales have jumped to 164%, and lingerie accessories have increased by 244%. Now, we're seeing a new increase of maternity and nursing needs in Busted Bra Shop and Sunny J's. Swimwear has also seen a spike as people begin returning to travel. And nationally, the NPD group says comfort will continue to be a trend as people are returning to normal activities.
I'm Andrew Hammond for the Free Press Sports Department. One of the state's best high school football coaches is headed to college. Cass Tech head coach Thomas Wilcher is leaving the program to join Mel Tucker's staff at Michigan State University. The former Michigan Wolverine heads to the in-state rival after 23 seasons as head coach at Cass Tech. Wilcher compiled a 190-70 record with 3 state championships and a runner-up finish. In his last 13 seasons as head coach, he led the school to 13 straight playoff appearances, picking up a win at least once every season.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to freep.com/special offer.